Hello and welcome to another episode of My Crypto World. Today I want to talk about the recent Bigfoot seminar that we had. I want to just let everybody know that went real good. Had a good turnout of people. The room was packed. I've put up a few videos and things about the seminar. Shared a few pictures on my personal Facebook page. We had real good interaction with the audience. They asked some good questions. The room, even though it was kind of small, it was packed all the way back to the door. And we was about to run over our allotted time. So where people was asking questions, we was having a good conversation back and forth with the people. So they had to ask us to leave to go ahead and leave because they had another group coming in. But it was real good. Me and Michael Cook and Jason Morris, we all done our little part, and good crowd, good questions. It led to a few reports and a few stories. I recently just posted up an interview I did with a person who did not come to the event. He told me he didn't want to stand up in front of everybody and tell his story about what he saw about his dog being taken, but he did call me, and we went over his report that way. But it was a good time. Maybe hopefully in the future we can do another one or something. But and I enjoyed it. I usually don't do a whole lot of stuff like that. I'm kind of shy and backwards and that type of thing. So I normally don't do a whole lot of those. But I'm getting more used to it, and I get to where I like it more. If we got a good audience that asks good questions and things like that, it makes it a lot more enjoyable. So we had a good time. The next thing I want to talk to you about is in my area we've had a lot of wildfires. Some of it has been intentionally set, and some of it's been accidental. But for days we've had a lot of smoke problems in this area. Even though we don't have no major fire right close to me, we had some. But we had some fires, but it wasn't a real big giant one. But the smoke settled in our county, and they've had to call off schools. Had several wrecks. Some people couldn't get to work. I mean, you're talking about 0 visibility, or maybe up to 3 to 5 feet visibility, and people trying to drive just happen to go like 4 or 5 miles an hour for safety. You can't see. So some of the school buses and everything had to pull over and just couldn't make it. And then today, they actually had one school that was closed, and then our high school was on a 2-hour delay. And this morning wasn't as bad as it has been being. I was able to get out and take my morning walk and all that kind of stuff. But for like a few days, I've had a lot of throat problems, and it's because of the smoke. And they tell us, say leave the area, but you can't leave the area if you can't see to drive. So you kind of have to just try and tough it out best you can. But so far they've arrested, that I know of, 3 people for setting these fires. One of them was a teenager, and the other 2 was kind of older like guys, I guess. Probably 20s or 30s, I guess you call it older. But they set them on purpose for some, I don't know, just to be stupid, I guess. But and then we had one, I'll put a picture up of it, that my neighbor, he works in the wildland firefighting like I did. But he's way up. He's a big guy, and he's one of the leaders. He found where a deer hunter had started a little fire to keep his hands warm, evidently, but didn't clear out around the fire enough, and it caused the fire. Well, 3 days later, it was still burning, and it had burned over 140 acres, and they were still fighting it. And that was just a careless mistake by a deer hunter. Deer season's in right now, and but that's force that that we can't get back. If it burnt major trees, if it just burnt the underbrush and the leaves, it ain't too bad. But if it burns the trees and stuff, that's stuff we just can't get back. And through just through carelessness, people need to be more careful. There was in Harlan County, which is our adjoining county, there was some danger to some houses, but I don't think it actually got them. It was able to put it out before it actually got them. But the smoke has been horrendous. It's been awful. They've told you, if you didn't have to get out, don't really get out because it's so bad. The air quality is really poor. But today, thank the Lord, it's a little bit better. So, and we have got the chance of rain coming in toward the weekend. I was able to get out this past Friday. Me and my wife, we went hiking, and I found those tracks. I actually posted a video up on it. It was interesting find. We had a good day hiking. My opinion is most likely those were made by a human, but it's still an odd find for somebody to be walking in a dried lake area, you know, where the water was down, where there was a lot of dangers of hooks and cans and glass, and to be walking barefooted in that type of area. But you can watch that video too. It's, you know, you can make up your own mind about it. But I kind of think it was a person. I didn't at the time because you know, it just don't make sense for somebody to be walking in barefooted in an area where they could really hurt their foot. But I want to try to keep this video short. I just wanted to maybe give you an update on the Bigfoot seminar we had, and how that I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures. I may have put up some more stuff of it. I actually recorded the majority of it. And I think Michael Cook is going to have a continuing series of these across the state and other areas. So if you didn't make this one, maybe you can make one of the other ones. And I also wanted to talk to you about the wildfires in our area. It's pretty bad. You know, it's bad for us humans. It's bad for wildlife, the environment. It's bad for our mountains. So if you're a deer hunter, or if you burn anything, which we've been under a burn ban for, I don't know, for a pretty good while, be careful, because once it gets going, it's sometimes it's hard to put out. I used to fight those fires, and sometimes you're out there all night long, up and down the mountains trying to, you know, make a line. We call it making a line, clear a line to stop the fire. It's you know, it's dangerous work. It's hard work, but I liked it. So if you're out in the mountains or deer hunting or whatever, just try to be careful with your fire if you're burning anything or whatever, and make sure you're not under a burn ban. Hope to have some more stuff coming up here in the very near future. Thanksgiving and stuff. Thanksgiving's coming, Christmas, so my time will be somewhat limited, because, you know, you got the family things to do, and you got all that good turkey. You got to have that. So if I don't have another one of these videos, I'll try to do some other stuff, some posts. But I appreciate you guys, and everybody have a good day. See ya. Boop. Didn't work.